Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Be Lucky podcast. This is just a quick review video, really. I'm not going to go into the whole weekend's worth of action. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about, and I want to talk to you about the John Durkin at the weekend. I've just done all the figures for it, and wow, what a performance from Gaelic Warrior, right? Absolutely unbelievable performance. Fended off Factor File in a thrilling finish. They pulled 29 lengths clear of the 2023 winner, Fast or Slow. And my goodness me, weren't they both electric? Weren't they both electric? Now, there's plenty of questions going around Twitter. Was Factor File giving too much to do this, that, and the other? I'm going to answer a couple of those for you. But if you want to read the entire column, the full breakdown of all the figures, head to the Patreon page and go to this week's Cheltenham Festival Focus. I really got excited this morning. It's very, very early. Currently 10 to 8 in the morning, and I've already done all the figures. It got me up this morning. Do you know when a race just exhilarates you so much? It got me up Monday morning. I was like, yes, I've got to go and do the figures on this. That is very geeky. I totally get that. But wow, what a race, right? Just what a race. Factor File is a brilliant, brilliant horse, but he was outstayed from the back of the last to the line by Gaelic Warrior. Now, a lot of people are going to suggest that, wow, Factor File had to make up loads of ground to get to Gaelic Warrior, this, that, and the other. I'm afraid that is not the case. While Factor File did have to make up a little bit of ground, he only had to make up what Gaelic Warrior had done in the first part of the race. And Gaelic Warrior did it with enthusiasm and very much a keen horse in the early part of the race. The first four fences, put it this way, the first four fences that Gaelic Warrior jumped were quicker, nearly 2 seconds quicker than what the 2-mile winner, Westport Cove, did in a driving finish over the final four fences. So he did go a relentless gallop. The circuit time is very, very good, comparable to that 2-mile chase earlier on the card, comparable to Kitsa Ball the day before, comparable to anything you like. Looking back at previous winners, everywhere it fits. This was soft to heavy ground, and Gaelic Warrior has done it in a brilliant, brilliant time. From 4 out to the finish, this is sort of the moment where, Factor File looms up and he looks like he's going to take Gaelic Warrior. Gaelic Warrior was quicker from 4 out to the finish than Westport Cove over the 2-mile circuit earlier in the day. From the last fence to the line, quicker again, Gaelic Warrior, than Westport Cove, and considerably so from the last fence to the line. Just a fantastic performance from Gaelic Warrior. I mean, Gaelic Warrior reached 7 out, if you like, about 8 lengths ahead of Factor File. Factor File probably made those 8 lengths, or did make those 8 lengths between sort of 7 out and the line. But you can't take it away from Gaelic Warrior that he has just gone hell for leather early on, and he has finished with a power-packed punch from the back of the last. What do you do with Gaelic Warrior now? Well, obviously, the King George looks nothing more than a formality if he's going to repeat this performance. This was a high 160s and even a 170s performance. The form looks strong. Factor File in second, Fast or Slow in third, regardless of whether you feel that other horses were put into the race or not. I know the way you're thinking. Last year's Gold Cup winner stayed on quite nicely over a trip far too short. This was just a seasonal spin. He's got one aim and one aim only, and that is the Gold Cup. But no matter how you compare this race, whether you go through the form lines, whether you go through the time figures, this was a brilliant, brilliant race and a brilliant performance from Gaelic Warrior, who looks sure to be impossible to beat, fingers crossed, in that King George. And then I suspect they'll have their crack at the Gold Cup. 3 mile 2 up the Cheltenham Hill is a different question to the King George, though. Will he be a contender in the Gold Cup? For sure, he'll be a contender. Will he be the winner? I'm not so sure. I think I know the way you're thinking. He's a very, very good horse over that trip and at Cheltenham, but it does set it up for a fantastic Gold Cup if Gaelic Warrior can go and win the King George. Now, Gaelic Warrior was put up on our service anti-post at 33 to 1, 2 points for the Gold Cup, simply because his price was ridiculous. Now, members are in a good position to lay that off already, as Gaelic Warrior is now 8-1 for the Gold Cup and 6-4 for that King George. I think if he wins the King George, naturally the market is only going to shorten him up and push him into around 4 or 5-1. Therefore, members can lay off and they can get out of their position for plenty of profit. What do we do with Factor File? Factor File, to me, people keep saying I'm crazy, but the figures add up to Factor File running exceptionally well if he was to go in a champion chase. That division looks wide open to me, and I think he is the champion chaser, and Majbra is the Ryanair horse. We'll see how the season develops, but Willie Mullins was not quick to give you the next target for Factor File. But Factor File is a very high cruising speed horse. He loves Cheltenham. Nothing wrong with going to the Ryanair, but I think the Ryanair would suit Majbra a bit more than Factor File. And I think Factor File is very, very much a horse that can lie up at 2 mile speed. Ignore the run at the back end of the season at Punchestown. They did try him over 2 miles there, but it was at the back end of the season. I just really wouldn't take much notice. Factor File was actually quicker over the circuit time than Gaelic Warrior, but given how much Gaelic Warrior had to do at the start of the race, or did do at the start of the race to the middle part of the race, it really is not a deciding factor on the outcome of the race. The ultimate fact is Gaelic Warrior outstayed him from the back of the last to the line, having done a lot of early work. Now, Factor File may have run a more truer race than Gaelic Warrior in terms of he may have maintained the speed for much of the race, whereas Gaelic Warrior did ease down and give himself a bit of a breather, but it wasn't much of a breather considering that circuit time and the finishing effort. Wow, just what a race. What a race. The gap to Fast or Slow, I'll repeat it again, is 29 lengths. Is 29 lengths. Jesus Christ. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable indeed. They're two very, very good horses. And what a treat we have for the season. The British have looked okay up until this point, but this is where things all start to change and the Irish really come into their own. I'm sorry, Britain, but you got no fucking chance. You got no chance. But what a race. Let me know your thoughts on what you thought about Gaelic Warrior and Factor File. Will Factor File reverse the form on this evidence? I don't believe so, but you may have a different angle. Comment below. Please like, subscribe, and if you want more information like this, please head to the Patreon page, www.patreon.com/Daryl Carter Racing. December is going to be a huge month, so come and join today for just £26. Until next time, everybody, be lucky.